It's an extremely important aspect of the whole concept of family. Now, India, we do understand, is an extremely populated country. But then we also have to realize that there are lots of couples who still haven't completed their family, who are still looking to complete their family by having a child. Now, at least 10 to 15 couples have problems with conceiving. Now, when we look at the magnitude in this country, that's very, very high. Another thing which is also very concerning for us in India is when we are really looking at other countries, the number of couples who are seeking fertility treatments who are trying to complete their family, they are able to do so at least by 50 to 60%. Whereas for us, the chances are less than 10% of the people who want to conceive are actually able to conceive. So what is it that, when we have so many people who need fertility treatments, who need IVF, are not able to get it? Now, over the years, as you know, IVF first child was born in 78, which means we are 48 years old in terms of the treatment. This is not a new treatment, obviously. So even after 48 years of IVF being practiced, why is it that in India, only a fraction of people are able to go for IVF? Lots of reasons, and the first reason is awareness. Now, this awareness is what has to improve. This has to get better. Now, awareness is not just about IVF. The endeavor and our effort, OS's effort, is not just to say, come for IVF. What we are trying to say is first understand whether there's a problem with fertility. First, that understanding has to happen in the couple. Is there a problem? If there is a problem, what can we do to prevent it getting worse? So we, on our endeavor, are trying to give you that information so that you don't become one of those 10 to 15% couples to have IVF or infertility. We don't want you to have infertility. The point is we want to prevent infertility. So how is it? How can we educate you so that you don't fall in this 10 to 15% couple is our first goal. Let it be a lifestyle changes, let it be, how your profession, you're handling your profession, how you're handling your stress, how you're handling your weight. What are you doing about irregular periods? What do you understand about endometriosis? What do you understand about fibroids? This is all the information that we are trying to give you so that you try and prevent the problem of infertility. That's our first goal. The second goal is, suppose we say, yes, there is a problem and you need treatments. There are wide ranges of treatments. The first thing people worry is, oh my God, IVF. Will I have an abnormal baby? Will my baby be mentally retarded? I don't want people to know I've had an IVF child. So much of stigma and so many misconceptions around this whole concept of IVF. If IVF had a problem, we wouldn't be practicing for 48 years. You wouldn't have millions of babies being born all over the world with IVF. We are not going to be doing a treatment that is going to cause cancer to the woman in the future, because that's another thought that people have. I'll take hormone injections, I'll get cancer. So there are so many stigmas and so many conceptions around IVF, and because of these, the information actually not reaching the people, they are not able to come forward and accept IVF and go for IVF. So our endeavor is to see whether we can reduce all these doubts and misconceptions and the perception around IVF for you. Because the longer you delay, when you go for IVF when you're 30 is different from going for IVF when you're 35. You probably will spend the same amount of money, you'll probably have the same amount of trouble, but you'll not have the same success rates. So this fear about IVF actually stops the person from going forward and accepting and going for the treatment. And then slowly, they get used to the idea, they speak to people, then they come forward. By then, the success rates have already come down. So when a person and a couple is taking so long to make a decision about IVF, we want to shorten that journey. Only because we want them to feel empowered with knowledge and feel comfortable and comforted by the fact that all their doubts will be cleared. So this website and our endeavor is basically to try and bridge the gap between knowledge and their ignorance. So first understand what happens in IVF, what are the problems that you will have in IVF, what you thought about IVF, clear all those doubts. The women take hormone injections only for about 10 to 12 days, not longer than that. Women do not need bed rest. Women don't have to give up their jobs. There are so many procedures that happen. None of these cause any kind of long-term complications to the woman. The children are born healthy. We have millions of babies. There's so much research and so much data collection that is happening on IVF that we are now comfortable with the thought that children born with IVF will not have any major problems. Children born with IVF do not have mental retardation. They do well in school. And people and children who are born with IVF their children do not need IVF again. So all of these things, I think, the time has come for us to get down to the level of the couples and let them know that this is a safe treatment, this is an accessible treatment. In fact, when we are talking about our journey, we ensure that we are going to tier 2 cities. We don't want to be stuck to metros because metros, there are enough centers, there are people who are aware of this. Our point was to get down to the level where IVF or fertility treatments are needed the most, where awareness is needed the most, where information is needed the most. So we are trying to get to that level to reach to the couples so that accessibility of not just treatments but accessibility of information is also there for them. It's only when you have the right information can you make the right decision. We leave the decisions to the couple, but our job, we felt, was to give the right information. So that is how this whole concept of World IVF Day came in, and we are taking this opportunity to actually provide all the right information for you to make the right decisions. Because in this particular field of medicine, delay is not allowed. Delay is not something that will help you in the end. It can only reduce your chances. So understand it, welcome it, and if you feel that is the right choice for it, please go for it. Thank you.